Hey there, welcome to My Green Pets. I'm William Green. This is Cycnoches Fire Embers in full bloom. The last flower finally opened yesterday, and I'm very happy with it. It is really, really pretty, and the fragrance is super nice. As more and more flowers have opened, of course, it's become more and more fragrant, and it reminds me of the Signoches Wine Delight with that cherry cough syrup fragrance, but this is more of like a tangy fragrance. It kind of reminds me, if you have ever had like sour gummy worms or Sour Patch Kids, it's a candy. It kind of smells like that, like a kind of fruity, tangy, sweet fragrance. It's very nice indeed. Really love it. So I've gotten lots of input on the color. Some people have said saffron, turmeric, pumpkin spice. Definitely a lovely autumn color, whatever way you look at it. And I'm just so impressed with how such a little plant can come up with such a huge flower spike. That's great. And unfortunately, I was going to take it to judging today, but then I found out that because the Denver Orchid Society is having a fall show next weekend, judging has been moved to the following weekend so that the judges can attend the show and judge plants at the show, which is too bad because I really don't think that these flowers are going to be in bloom next weekend, especially the very first one, because it's already been open for a week. And I'm just looking at it. I don't know if that first flower is going to last much longer. But anyway, I've really enjoyed it. And there's more to come. So let's go back in the tent and check out what else is about to bloom. Look at this beautiful creature. Signoches Cooperi with 15 buds is very, very close to popping open. I actually think there might be a full week left in these guys. I would definitely think a few more days. It's always, you think they're almost about to pop, and they make you wait a few more days. But these, you can tell that they have colored up quite a bit, but they're still not, I think, they're still not fully colored up. They've still got to get a little bit darker before they're going to be ready to open. So again, not a huge plant, but a humongous spike of flowers. And I was just scrolling through the American Orchid Society awards for this species yesterday, and I think last year or the year before there was one plant from Orchid Eros that won an FCC, and it had 99 flowers on 2 spikes. So something like 50 flowers on 1 spike, and this plant has 15. So if you can imagine what that would look like. That's a lot. That's a lot. Behind it we've got Cali Maxima still with these lovely lavender flowers, giving us a wonderful show. And we've had these since the beginning of August. Had 2 separate flushes of flowers. So those are looking wonderful. This plant is not well, and I am going to have to, once the flowers are faded, I am going to have to get this thing out of here and start cutting into the rhizome and trying to figure out what's going on, because a few bulbs have turned yellow and shriveled and died, and then as soon as that happened I saw the little black speckles all over them, which indicates some kind of internal fungal infection. And obviously this year's leaves are smaller than last year's leaves, and there are fewer flowers as well, so that's definitely telling me something's up. So that is, I guess that's the issue with growing in a tent. Fungus, I think, is the #1 problem for me. Even if I keep things relatively dry, it's super easy for fungus to infiltrate and infect plants. So that is something that I have to watch out for. Back here in the corner, we have my Cali Rex Mayu, and you can tell the leaves are kind of wrinkled. It tried to put out a new growth, and that new growth turned black and aborted. It has another new growth back here that's trying to work on, but I don't know if it'll be able to successfully push that one out or not. But this plant also is not well. Might look okay, might look a little dehydrated, but I have to be really careful not to let the roots stay wet for any length of time, because it will rot very easily. I guess we're finally into the Catasetum type blooming season with the 2 Cycnoches getting ready to bloom. My Cloessias are already starting to fatten up as well, so you can see this is Cloessia Rebecca Northern. This is grapefruit pink. Put out 1 bulb this year, and I hope to get 2 or 3 spikes off that 1 bulb. Next to it we have a new Cloessia hybrid. This is yet unnamed. It's between Grace Dunn and Dodsoniana. 2 nice big bulbs on that. Hopefully we'll see blooms on that this year. We've got Rebecca Northern Mikabe. This clone was awarded this year and is now an AM AOS. And in my opinion, it has the most beautiful flowers for our Rebecca Northern, so I'm hoping we get to see the flowers on this little guy this year. Of course, we got Cooperi here, and I've got another Cooperi that I've ordered from Sunset Valley Orchids that should be arriving by the end of next week. I've got another Rebecca Northern. This is a clone. I've called this one Aurora, but this is from Sunset Valley Orchids 2 years ago. I also have ordered a Cloessia rosea, which is one of the parent species of Rebecca Northern. It's Grace Dunn by Rosea, I believe. Right here we've got another Signoches. This is Bronze Vixen, and Bronze Vixen has a spike that will be blooming out probably mid-November, I would expect. Back here we've got Mormodia Jumbo World. It looks like it's going to have spikes on these 2. I don't know if this growth will be able to spike this year, since it did get started pretty late. But this is going to be divided into several pieces after bloom. So like when the plant is dormant in January, I'm going to divide it up. Can't tell what color that is. Hopefully that's not brown. Yeah, it's green. Then over here, really impressed at Signoches Varsvichii. It is fattening up so nicely. Wow. And it's fattening up so much. Check this out. The leaves have actually torn off because they can't handle the circumference that this guy is attaining. So you can see these tears all along the leaves there, because this thing is just swelling so much. Really, really huge. So that's great. I think these bloom later in the season, so I'm hoping we'll see some spikes on it later on. But really happy with that. I definitely am going to have to get rid of some plants, so I'm probably going to be listing several either on eBay or on here. Probably one or both of these Nepenthes stenophylla. Maybe one of these Nepenthes bongzo crosses. Definitely this tray of Cali Rex seedlings, this little compot of Cali Rex seedlings as well, these tiny ones. And then I've got lots of little compots of Cali Rex that I need to get rid of. And of course there are several Cattleya in this section over here that they're just getting too big and they need a new home. I'm not going to be able to hold on to all of these. I need to clear out some space. I also need to get rid of this huge Cattleyas Rex. This is actually 2 Cattleyas Rexes mounted in the same pot. The problem is one of them is carrying seed pods, and I don't want to get rid of it until the seed pods have been harvested, so that won't be until like next spring. But I definitely am looking for a new home for this as well. And then hopefully that'll give me a little bit of space, because I've got a whole bunch of more seedlings coming in the next year. So yeah. Alright, we'll stop there. Some nice roots there on that Cattleyas Rex. Beautiful. Love seeing those green roots. Alright, thanks for stopping by. I'm William Green, and we'll do one last look at Cycnoches Fire Embers before we go. There we go, everybody. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you next time right here on My Green Pets. I'm William Green. See ya.